On February 26th, 1994, the great comedian Bill Hicks died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 32. Wow, so young. And the guy was so far ahead of his time that it's amazing to go back and listen to his old clips and his old stand-up routines. And we lost him before he even peaked. Like, he was going to grow into an even better comedian, which is hard to be even better than he was, but he was going to do it. It would have been such a great thing to watch. So here's some of his stand-up as a tribute. It's hard to believe he's been gone for 20 years now.
So I don't drink, I don't do drugs anymore. I used to take drugs and I quit, but I'll tell you something, I have nothing against drugs whatsoever. That's kind of weird, huh? You've never heard that one? Used to take drugs, quit, and have nothing against them. Wow, never heard that. Let's hear more. Okay. I'll tell you something else. I know this is not a very popular idea. You don't hear it very often anymore, but it's the truth. I have taken drugs before, and I had a real good time. Sorry. Didn't murder anybody, didn't rob anybody, didn't rape anybody, didn't beat anybody, didn't lose one fucking job, laughed my ass off, and went about my day. Sorry. Now, where's my commercial? Shit, I'll be the guy holding that skillet in that commercial, man. That ain't a brain, that's breakfast. Let's eat. What have we been up, 5 days now? I'm fucking starving. I find that commercial a tad insulting to my intelligence. You know the one, here's your brain. I've seen a lot of things on drugs, but I have never, ever looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain, not once. I have seen UFOs split the sky like a sheet, but I have never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain, not once. I have had 7 balls of light come off of a UFO, lead me onto their ship, explain to me telepathically that we are all one and there's no such thing as death. But I've never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain. Now, maybe I wasn't getting good shit, but that's what I hate about the war on drugs. I'll be honest with you. It's what I can't stand is all day long we see those commercials. Here's your brain on drugs. Just say no. Why do you think they call it dope? And then the next commercial is this bud's for you. Come on, everybody. Let's be hypocritical bastards. It's okay to drink your drug. We meant those other drugs. Those untaxed drugs. Those are the ones that are bad for you. Nicotine, alcohol, good drugs. Coincidentally, tax drugs. Ooh, how does this fucking work? Thank God they're taxing alcohol, man. It means we got those good roads we can get fucked up and drive on. Thank God they're taxing this shit, man. We'd be doing donuts in a wheat field right now. Thank God we're on a highway. Woo! This is a good drug. Because I'll tell you something, I'll be honest, man. If I were going to legalize a drug, it sure wouldn't have been alcohol. Sorry, there's better drugs and better drugs for you. That's a fact. You may stop your internal dialogue. But Bill, alcohol's an acceptable part. Shut the fuck up. You're wrong. Okay? Okay. Shit, man. Not only do I think marijuana should be legalized, I think it should be mandatory. I'm a hardliner. Think about it, man. You get in traffic behind somebody. Shut up and smoke that. It's the law. Oh, sorry, I was taking life seriously. Oh, man, who's hungry? That'd be a nice world, wouldn't it? Quiet, mellow, hungry, high people everywhere. Just Domino's pizza trucks passing each other. Every single highway, parades of Domino's.
He was so far ahead of his time. People don't understand. Like, when he was alive, he wasn't even as big as he is now because he was so far ahead of his time. Okay? The stuff he's saying there, he's performing in the 80s and the early 90s. You're not allowed to say that stuff. The stuff he's saying, you can't say it. You say that, and it's like, boom, you're ostracized from society, you're, like, stigmatized, and you're a bad person, and you're evil, and you're terrible, and you're a degenerate. So back then, as people were like, oh, he's funny, but whoa, like, he's on the edge, man. Today, we hear that, and we're like, oh, yeah, so he fits in now. Like, he was... It's incredible. Now, I'm reminded of, I was listening to an interview between Louis C.K. and Howard Stern was interviewing Louis C.K., and they were talking about their different crafts, the different art forms. And Louis C.K. said to Howard, like, I would be terrified of doing what you do. Now, Louis C.K. is another brilliant, genius comedian. He says to Howard, I would be terrified to do what you do. Like, you got to sit there for 3 hours a day and just talk and carry the show, and I think that's harder. You're just a stream of consciousness. Our stuff is planned out, but here's why, and Howard responded the same way that I'm about to respond. Here's why I think what people, like radio people do, and I know I do the show 2 hours a day, so I'm familiar with that type of thing. The difference is we have everything, like, written down in a loose format, and then we just talk like regular people. What guys like Louis C.K. do, what guys like Bill Hicks did, it's so much harder, and it's much more of an art form. And the reason I say that is you need to craft a joke just right, and your cadence needs to be perfect. Your delivery needs to be perfect. And it's got to be, you have to evoke laughter. You have to do it. And if you don't do it, you're a miserable failure. You suck at your job. And the great comedians can craft it just right and have the right cadence and have the right delivery, but also say something that means something. Say something that's poignant and real and true. And that is exactly what Bill Hicks does and does so well.